Good morning, guys. Welcome to day number 5. Well, today's today's not going to be a an entertaining day like the other days have been, and a fun day because today we're heading out to Shanksville. It's about 25-minute drive from where I'm here in Somerset, Pennsylvania, and it's of course the crash site of Flight 93 from the September 11 attacks. So there is a big monument out there. I've been looking forward to doing this for a long time, and I know it might be a little bit morbid. I actually wanted to do it on September 11, which is 4 days away. But just with the schedule and everything, the way it sort of worked out, I couldn't get there. But it would be great to be there for September 11th on the anniversary. But it is what it is. So I'm going to be there today, and it might work out a little bit better because there mightn't be as many people there. But I have been to Ground Zero in New York a couple of times. Like most people, absolutely fascinated by the story. Watching it live back in 2001. I remember it like it was yesterday, and it just changed the whole world forever. So as I said, it's been something I've been having on the bucket list for a long time, and now just through circumstances of being over here and in the right sort of location, it's given me the opportunity to go and pay my respects and just see the monument that's out there in the middle of a paddock. So it's been raining overnight, and it's a bit chilly today, so I'm glad I packed a hoodie in my backpack just in case, even though the weather over here is fantastic at the moment. It is a little bit cool. So as I said, I'm glad I packed the hoodie, and I'm thinking out in an open field in the middle of nowhere, that's going to be quite chilly. So let's get on the road. It's about it's about a 25-minute drive, and it's only about 9:30 here in the morning, and it opens at 9, so I'm assuming there won't be that many people around today. So hopefully we'll get a good look, and it won't be too crowded. So let's get on the road and check out the Flight 93 monument in Shanksville, New York. Not Shanksville, New York, Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Okay, our first stop today is a place called the Tower of Voices. Now, this tower is dedicated to all the people on Flight 93 that lost their lives on September 11th, 2001. And it's really uniquely built. I'll read a little bit here. So it's a 93-foot tall monument. Of course, for the Flight 93, marks the gateway to and from this expansive living memorial landscape. So its 40 chimes represent the voices of the 40 courageous passengers and crew members who took a vote to come together and fight terrorism on the morning of September 11, 2001. The music of the chimes is a living tribute to these 40 men and women, many of whose last messages to loved ones were through telephone calls and recorded voice messages. So as the wind chimes or blows through the tower, the tower lets off different types of chimes for the 40 different people that were on the plane that day. So it's really amazing to think we are literally in the middle of just nowhere. There's just paddocks. Even the drive here, it's just a small town, small town USA. That's what it is. It's the typical houses you would see on in the movies with the American flags out the front. Lots of political signs out the front too, I will say, but that's another conversation. But we are in the middle. It looks like a mountain. And they've done it so well, as they do with all the monuments over here. So we'll go up and have a look at the monument itself. It really is eerie out here. It's so quiet. There's a few people coming and taking photos and everything else and paying their respects, but yeah, it's very eerie, and you probably hear in the background the wind just picks up a little bit, and you can hear the chimes going. So yeah, as I said before, they all represent a different passenger on the plane, but it's just a little bit breezy, a little bit cool, and the clouds just sort of rolling over the site. It's actually, as I said, quite eerie. You can hear it in the background there, just beautiful. So we'll jump in the car now and head over to the actual memorial, and see what we can see over there. Okay, so this is in fact the entry to the monument. That is American Airlines Flight 11, 8:46 AM. World Trade Center. Flight 175 at 9:03 AM. And then we work our way up to what will be Flight 93 and the Pentagon.
So dogs are allowed on a leash, outside, everywhere except for on the black bed.
Okay, so what you were just looking at there was the flight path of Flight 93. I didn't feel sort of comfortable talking, and up there's a lot of people, pretty solemn. I did go in the visitor centre just then, and no filming allowed, unfortunately, but it was very, very informative. They do it so well with the memorials over here. But I'm just on my way down to the actual crash site itself. It's about just over a kilometre walk, so it's a fair old hike down there. But I thought rather than drive, I would walk down and take it all in. But just it's a massive part of land, or piece of land they've got here. I'm not quite sure what it was. They did say something about mining or something, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's like the tower or of the Voices was just literally in the middle of nowhere. So now the flights on that day, so Flight 93 was actually coming from, I think it was New Jersey to San Francisco. I hope I haven't got that wrong. The two Trade Center planes both left from Boston on the way to LA, and the other one was from, I think that was from Washington DC, going to, where was that going to? I can't remember. I think that was going to actually LA as well. I think, and the reason they did that, of course, was so they had fully loaded planes, full of fuel, not a lot of passengers on the plane of either or any of the planes. Obviously looking for least resistance as possible, and having full tanks of gas or petrol for the trip from the east coast to the west coast. And yeah, they planned it well. And apart from this one, 3 out of 4 had the desired effect, both going to the Trade Center and also obviously the Pentagon. And this one was ditched in the field once the passengers rammed the cockpit, and the famous words "Let's roll" as they stormed back, or tried to take back the cockpit. And and this is where it went down. So it's a fair old hike. We'll keep making our way down and yeah, take it all in. Just beautiful. Okay, this wall is quite unique. It has all the names of the passengers on the plane, and it's a little bit of an optical illusion because you can see there, looks pretty much straight up. Then you go down and it has the patterns, and it ultimately ends up down at this gate. Now this is the actual flight path. You can't get through that. It's only open on September 11, and through there, down further, is the rock, signifying where the plane actually hit the ground. And from the rock out there we can see a few mementos people have left in honour of maybe loved ones or friends, colleagues. I go way up on the top of the hill up there, you can see you maybe see the people on the ledge up there, and this is the flight path that Flight 93 would have taken and ended up down there, just where the boulder is that I showed you before, and the gate, that is it down there. And the wall goes a little bit down there. There's a little visitor centre there, but that is yep, the flight path of Flight 93. Alright, one last thing we're going to do is a little mini seminar talk that they're going to give us here in about 5 minutes. So we'll hang around for a little bit and sit down and listen to some of the stories and background of what happened that day. It looks like there's a few sort of dignitaries around there. There's a few in suits and ties, so I'm not quite sure who they are, but we'll take a seat and enjoy what they have to say.
Crash site in them, you are seeing it from the exact same distance and perspective that the families viewed it for the very first time.
So he put it there, but he did not blacken it in black lead. The whole idea was to show you. And so with all of the names at the exact same height and all black.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died and gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. But there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
So yeah, that was amazing to take the walk down there. I'm glad I walked it rather than just driving around. There is an option to drive as well, but I was just talking to the ranger down there, and she said that while it is correct, this used to be a mining precinct or land used for mining. 1,700 acres the site is on that they had to work out a deal to acquire. I think the movie Flight 93 helped pay for the purchase of the land. So just amazing thing. I think she said there's 500 acres somewhere else that is used for something else to do with the trust, but yeah, 1,700 acres here just for this part. And I was really intrigued at how they were going to do it in an open field. I've been to New York for Ground Zero and seen that. A lot more to work with there, but with just a vacant open field in the middle of nowhere, I was really intrigued at what they were going to do, and they did it well. Look, compared to New York, it's pretty basic, but that's all it needs to be. It really does. I think they've done it very, very well with the visitor centre and the walk down. I think it's as best that you would expect to be done, and a real nice tribute to the 40 people that were lost on this particular flight on 9/11. So I'm glad I've done it, and another bucket list item ticked off. Okay, we've had an absolute ripper day today. Not in the sense of, as I said earlier, fun or entertainment, anything like that, just purely and solely just a really moving tribute to Flight 93. I know it's not for everyone, I get that, but I just wanted to, obviously share it on as part of my journey. I just love this sort of stuff, and the rangers and the info people were fantastic as well. So next stop is Gettysburg. Now it's a couple of hours away. If you're not quite familiar with Gettysburg, I'm sure you are. The bloodiest history in the Civil War took place there, so I'm going to go there tonight. So as I said, I think, yes, it is about 2 hours away. I think I lose track sometimes, but with the traveling that I do, but that's where I'm heading now. Tonight I've got a ghost tour, and tomorrow a tour of the battlefield, so I'm looking forward to that. So let's get on the road, and hopefully we'll get there in time to go for a little bit of explore around town. Well, I've made it to Gettysburg, and just a few little relics just coming into town already. I'll cover this in the next episode, but this is what greets you as you first come into town. Now, don't worry about these peanuts across the road. I don't know what the hell they're doing over there, but pretty excited to be in Gettysburg by the looks of things. Alright, yeah, beautiful entrance into town, and that history just hits you right in the face as soon as you drive in. So I can't wait for my tour tomorrow. Okay, we are at the front door of our hotel in Gettysburg. Look who you meet on the street here, Abraham Lincoln. The tourists telling him what direction they go. And this is my home for tonight, the Lincoln Inn, or the Inn at Lincoln Square. Let's go in and have a look. And here we are inside the Inn at Lincoln Square. Wow. I feel like I'm back in time here. Amazing. Let's go up and have a look upstairs. Not quite sure whose dress this is, but we'll go upstairs to our room, or my room. Some Civil War art. There's the man himself. And these are the stairs to my room. I get my own little room up the top floor. There it is there. And his room. Alright. Here is my room for the night. I am in Gettysburg. And talk about a little walk down memory lane here. Wow. Look at this. Wow. Okay. I feel like I'm about to go down and listen to Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. Check out this place. How cool is this? Alright, I'm going to leave all the Gettysburg stuff for episode 6. Let's leave it at the 9/11 stuff today. I just want to give you a quick glimpse at what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I think I've got, or tonight is the the Gettysburg Ghost Tour. So I'll do that, included in the next video. And then tomorrow is a battle fields. I'll be going for a tour of that as well. And then heading off to Washington later in the afternoon. So big day ahead. I'm going to take the opportunity again to have a bit of an early night. I did see there's a nice little sports bar down below, so I'll have to go check out some of their burgers a bit later on, and watch a little bit of TV and relax for a big day tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you next time in episode 6.